Court will come back to order. Next item on the agenda is 1.32. Consider, discuss, and take appropriate action regarding the proposed interlocal agreement for the Hill Country Regional Public Defender's Office by and between the state of Texas and the counties of Bandera, Gillespie, Kendall, Kerr, and Medina for the fiscal year 25-26, and the interlocal agreement for the mental health program of the Hill Country Regional Public Defender's Office.
This is just an annual deal, isn't it?
Yep.
All right, I'll move for approval.
All second.
Got a motion and a second to approve the interlocal agreement for the Hill Country Regional Public Defender's Office as presented. Any discussion? Those in favor, raise your hand. Unanimous. Item 1.33, consider, discuss, and take appropriate action to approve the contract with the Divide Volunteer Fire Department.
I'll move for approval.
Second.
I've got a motion and a second. Any discussion? Those in favor, raise your hand. Unanimous. 1.34, consider, discuss, and take appropriate action regarding the status of the repairs for K Loop Bridge.
I don't know if we're just doing an update here, but I think I kind of gave that a while ago already.
You did?
Should be adequate.
I think so. So just pass.
Pass. Item 1.35, consider, discuss, and take appropriate action to ratify and confirm updated preliminary cost estimate for the repair of Cape Loop Bridge that was damaged during the flooding disaster. Original amount as approved by the court order 41427 was $1,170,206.38. The new preliminary cost estimate as of August 8, 2025 is $1,414,103. Ms. Putnam.
And as of this last week, it is now 500,000 or 600,000. So this again has changed, so we're basically just ratifying that old amount. There's another meeting today that Charlie will be in about 4 that we'll get more concise numbers, I believe. He's got more plans he's working on. This is just cleaning up
So really all we're doing is ratifying the,
the
Which
last thing
number?
that we had to sign, but it has again changed.
yes.
But we haven't changed it yet, so we're not asking to sign for anything yet.
And we can pass.
So we pass?
Yes.
Well, do these have court orders? We kind of need to,
I think for a paper trail, we need a court order because we've already done
yes.
with FEMA.
So
We can change it again next time to 500,000 or 600,000.
But
I'll be
Okay.
coming
What do
back.
we
what
need?
was
Yeah,
already
'cause
done
we've
is already
changed the
approved at
whole scope of the
1.17.
project at this point.
And that's the hard part, but we've already said yes to 1.4.
Okay.
And that was
Okay.
prior to FEMA recognizing the efforts that Charlie had put in for
Yeah.
the reconstruction, and now they're accepting
Okay.
our scope.
But
Okay.
Yeah, because on
what
Friday we
number are
changed
you
it.
looking for?
Well, we're looking for, all we're asking to do here, this is a motion to ratify and
Yes.
confirm what has already been done. And that
Yes.
was, I was asked to submit this on an emergency basis for that
Yes.
1.170
Yeah,
million.
well, that's already been done though, I thought.
Well, we've got to ratify that it's done, man. It's got to legalize it.
All right, I make
Okay.
a motion to approve ratifying and confirming the update that we put into effect on cost estimates as of August the 8th to 1.414103.
Second.
Any discussion? Those in favor, raise your hand. We got past that one.
Thank you. I'll be back again.
Understand why you're doing
The
that.
whole project is fixing to change,
Well, I
okay?
know, so
But
why?
we already took an action, so we had to ratify what we did.
We took an action to go to 1.4?
We did.
We did.
All right.
Yeah,
Yep.
and you were here.
You sure?
Yeah.
Next item is 1.36, consider, discuss, and take appropriate action to surplus 33 chairs from the Ag Extension Office.
I move for approval.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any discussion? Those in favor, raise your hand. Unanimous. Item 1.37, consider, discuss, and take appropriate action to allow use of the courthouse grounds for a car show on September 27, 2025. This car show was previously approved to use Flat Rock Park on July 19th. And they
Correct,
agreed
Mr.
to
Henley
do
couldn't
that.
be here. So because we're not able to still use Flat Rock Park for a big event, he's asked that it be moved to the courthouse on September 27th. He does plan to have trash cans as well as porta potties delivered the morning of the event, and they will be gone by the end of the event, or as soon as the event's over.
I move for approval.
A second.
Got a motion and a second to approve the use of the courthouse grounds for the car show on September 27 as presented.
What stops them from using Flat Rock Park right now?
Nothing that I can think of, but.
I mean, the
this
road's a
would-
little torn up, but if they really wanted to use it,
Well, it sounds like they're geared up, already got plans for here, so let's let them. And that's a good event. They probably draw more if it's
Yeah.
right here in the middle of
I'm
town.
okay either way, but I'm just saying that.
There's not.
Any other discussion?
Nope.
Those in favor, raise your hand. Unanimous. Ms. Sullivan, for the next three agenda items. 1.38, consider, discuss, and take appropriate action to authorize overtime pay instead of compensatory time earned for hours worked for all non-exempt employees for hours worked over 40 hours directly related to responding to the July 4 flooding disaster for pay periods through September 6, 2025.
So I neglected to put an item on the agenda at the last court date to request for this current pay period. And really, I'm just bringing it back to you so you guys can make decisions on how long we're gonna continue to pay out overtime. I can tell you that the estimated overtime for this payroll that we're currently processing that ended this last weekend has about 204 hours of overtime, 10 employees, so it is going down drastically from the last two that I told you about, the first two. Of these employees, these 10 employees that are using the emergency pay code, 6 are with the sheriff's office, and I'm told that because there's still recovery efforts, there are still deputies out there working these and working overtime.
How long do we foresee that needs to continue?
Well, this says September 6th.
So I'm asking because normally if I had gotten it on last payroll and you approved it, then I would be back here today asking for the next one coming up. That's why I've got it going through September 6th.
Will we be, you think, Sheriff, you'll be wrapped up with your extra?
I know primarily the ones being used are with Miller, because they're, we're still running 7 days a week on the recovery efforts.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
Yeah.
that's a hard question to answer, hopefully soon.
right.
Okay.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion and a second to approve the additional overtime as presented. Any discussion? Those in favor, raise your hand. Unanimous. Item 1.39, consider, discuss, and take appropriate action to approve Kerr County investment policy and broker dealer list for Kerr County's investment policy in accordance with the Public Funds Investment Act.
This is something that I bring to you annually. I did make a few updates to the policy itself, really just to comply with the current Public Funds Investment Act, not because there were any changes in legislation, just to clarify language, and I gave you a summary page of that. I can go over it if you want me to.
I'll make a motion that we approve the latest Kerr County investment policy as submitted.
Second.
Got a motion and a second to approve the updated investment policy at Kerr County. Any discussion? Those in favor, raise your hand. 5-0. And item 1.40, consider, discuss, take appropriate action to ratify and confirm a memorandum of understanding between Family Endeavors and Kerr County for temporary storage of general supplies and emergency management equipment for disaster response and recovery operations as a result of the July 4, 2025 flood.
So we did secure a 100 pallet warehouse in San Antonio, and in order to get that with Endeavors, I had the judge sign it. It's no cost to the county, so he did sign that contract, and I'm just like one of the prior agenda items, just bringing it to ratify.
Motion to approve.
Second. Got a motion and a second to approve the MOU between Family Endeavors and Kerr County for the storage for the disaster supplies.
Quick question, are we actually using it? Are we storing stuff there right now?
We don't have anything there yet, but we will be using it at some point, probably moving some of the existing things we currently have to make room for building supplies.
Okay.
Any other discussion? Those in favor, raise your hand. Unanimous. 1.41. Consider, discuss, and approve the polling locations in accordance with Chapter 43 of the Texas Election Code for the November 2025 election.
Good morning, gentlemen. This is the polling locations for the November 4th election for the constitutional. And all of precinct 1 would be at Riverside Church on Harper Road, 625 Harper Road. All of precinct 2s would be at the Union Church, 3 at the First Baptist Church on 625 Washington Street, and then all of 4s would be at the West Kerr Annex.
And this is just constitutional votes?
It's November, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. There will be a
Nothing else.
Divide ISD bond election.
Okay. All right. I move for approval.
Second.
Got a motion and a second to approve the locations of the polling places for the November election.
This is just on election day, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Any discussion? Those in favor, raise your hand. Unanimous. Item 1.42, consider, discuss, and approve the appointment of election judges and alternates for a term of 1 year to begin September 1, 2025 to August 31 of 2026 in accordance with the Texas Election Code, Section 32.
Yes, this is what is done every year. We get the election judges from the Republican Party. That's the governor is the Republican Party in there, and then the Democrats are the alternate judge. We do this every year.
I move for approval.
I'll second.
Got a motion and a second to approve the appointment of the election judges and alternates for a term of 1 year as presented. Any discussion? Those in favor, raise your hand. Unanimous. Moving on to item 1.43, consider, discuss, and approve the appointment of early voting ballot board judge and alternate judge in accordance with the Texas Election Code, Section 87.002. Consider and set the number of members to be appointed by the early voting ballot board judge.
Yes, this is a yearly thing done that for their appointment for the early voting ballot board and the alternate judge, and to set up to 6 clerks for the November election.
Are these also basically coming from each of the?
These are coming
Republican
from
and
each of the
Democrat
parties, yes. The party each gives us one name.
I move for approval.
Second.
Got a motion and a second to approve the appointment of the early voting ballot board judge and alternate judge as presented. Any discussions? Those in favor, raise your hand. Unanimous. 1.44, consider, discuss, and take appropriate action to approve the central counting station personnel pursuant to Chapter 127.005 of Texas Elections Code.
This is the central count station, people that will work election night. The judge and the alternate judge names do come from the party also, and then these are other clerks and individuals that work in the county elections department or in my office that help out that night.
I move for approval.
I'll second.
Got a motion and a second to approve the central counting station personnel pursuant to the Elections Code as presented. Any discussion? Those in favor, raise your hand. Unanimous. Item
Thank you.
1.45. Consider, discuss, and take appropriate action to authorize the county judge to execute a mural agreement with TxDOT for the installation and long-term maintenance of murals within the state's right-of-way located at FM 480 and Swayze Street in Center Point. Mr. Graces.
Yeah, you should have all received a packet of information about this item, and I have 2 individuals who are really spearheading this thing, Kim Oliver and Joey Story. And basically, this is an attempt to, beautify Center Point on the right-of-way as you're coming up the bridge into Center Point, where there's a lot of traffic because you've got the Zanzibar Tavern and a number of other businesses right there, and people are going 40 mile an hour on the bridge, and then suddenly it becomes 30 mile an hour, and frankly, they don't slow down fast enough. So one of the ideas behind the murals, as I said, both beautification and safety, trying to get them to slow down, so.
An enticement.
Yes, an enticement. And, anyway, so, they have already sought out the process and talked with TxDOT, and there is actually an agreement that has to be signed by the county with TxDOT. The county attorney's familiar with this. It can't be signed by an individual, it has to be signed by the
Sure.
county. But then our county attorney is looking at having kind of a back-to-back agreement with, in this case, it will now be Kim Oliver. who will provide the assurance for all costs and maintenance of the murals, and at some point in time, painting over them or whatever to, when they're no longer suitable to remain.
So the agreement that we got today is the one that Commissioner Paces provided, and this one was from TxDOT. We, will attach eventually the, mural proposal. Once they've got that design created and ready to go, we'll attach that. And so then TxDOT will, execute their portion of the agreement. But this, we wanted to go ahead and get before the court so that we could show that our citizens that we had, that they had support from the court, to do this and get started on what they need to do to show you guys what that mural project's going to look like.
Correct, thank you. Because they're gonna have a competition for both the slogan and the actual murals, both of which have to be approved by both TxDOT and this court. So it's gonna come back to us. So what we're looking for today is an in-principle approval to allow them to go ahead with the slogan and the contest, basically.
And you can approve this contract if you'd like today, and then once the, project, you've got a project design, you can, enter into that agreement with them, and we'll attach it to this agreement and forward it on to TxDOT, if you'd like to do that today.
So we need a motion, I guess. I will make a motion that the court authorize the county judge to execute a mural agreement with TxDOT for the installation and long-term maintenance of a mural, it's actually 2 murals, within the state's right-of-way located at FM 480 and Swayze Street in Center Point, and eventually a back-to-back agreement with Kim Aller.
I'll second.
Thank you.
And a motion and a second, to enter into the mural agreement as presented. Any discussion? Those in favor, raise your hand. Unanimous.
So that was easy?
Item 1.46, consider, discuss, and take appropriate action to ratify and confirm the Department of Homeland Security Federal Emergency Management Agency License Use Agreement. Use of real property facilities to allow relocation of the DRC, the Disaster Recovery Center, to the Hill Country Youth Ranch Center. Commissioner Jones.
This is the reason we passed on that last one, because we ended up, the DRC needed to be relocated. They had to do it a lot quicker than we thought we would have to, because over at First Baptist Church where they had it, they had to start school there. And so we scrambled, we located several locations. We had the previous one on the agenda, thinking that would be one we would go look at and see if it was suitable. In the meantime, they contacted us and said, hey, we just need to be over there at the Hill Country Youth Exhibit Center. They came in with a crew of people, they looked at it, they said it looks great, and so they are now operating. So this is more forgiveness.
Yeah. Which part are they in?
Yeah.
They're where the lunchrooms were at, and where you.
That
yeah.
far side?
Far west
Yeah,
side.
far west side. Yeah, and they've got it all spread out, so we've got, our PIO's been getting the message out. They're fully functional, operational every
Right.
Friday evening. So it's good.
It is that primo rentable space on that side, and they're paying,
Well, it's part of our
It's
original
part of the
agreement with them.
contract.
But
Yeah.
they did make consolations for us, because we know we've still got a gun show coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, they worked hand in hand with Jake to make
Make
sure
that happen.
that he could still get that in there. And so they're being very, very cooperative with us on all of it.
Wow.
To accomplish all of it, so.
okay.
Commissioner Jones, does this have anything to do with what you had discussed earlier about 550 Earl Garrett? Or that's
Well,
a
for that
totally
one,
separate
yes,
issue?
but that was gonna be more short-term use, because this will go away in probably end of September, maybe.
Hard to say.
This is short-term stuff.
Okay.
And as far as Earl Garrett goes, we're trying to maintain the unity of that as long as possible.
Right,
If we need to break it out piecemeal, we can.
right.
Get a motion?
Yeah, so I'll make a motion to approve the action, authorize the judge to execute, I'm reading the wrong one, to ratify and confirm the use of the Hill Country Youth Event Center for the use of the Disaster Recovery Center.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any discussion? Those in favor, raise your hand. Unanimous. Item 1.47, consider, discuss, and take action to authorize the county judge to sign Fortinet software support renewal.
Okay.
Discussion will center on 1 year or 3 year renewals. Mr. Tennis.
Good afternoon, Court. It's come time to renew our software support for our physical infrastructure throughout the county. 74 pieces of equipment, firewall switches, and telephone equipment, thank you. There's a 1 year and a 3 year agreement there in front of you. This was budgeted for the next fiscal year. They are offering a substantial discount if we go with the 3 year. It's actually a $68,582 savings if we do a 3 year commitment to them.
Say that number again?
$68,582.
And what are the payment terms if we go with the 3 year? Do we have to pay it all up front, or can we?
If we do go with a 3 year payment term, it is at an 8% interest. I do have money in my next year's budget that I could actually cover it. I just will have to refocus some of my efforts that I had originally planned on.
So what do you want to do? What's your recommendation? One or
I would
three?
recommend doing a 3 year.
So we're gonna do a 3 year contract?
Yes, sir.
Pay it in 2?
One lump sum.
With the savings of
Okay.
68,582.
Corey, is this who we've been using before?
Yes and no. The physical hardware is what we've had in place now for the last few years. Much like Microsoft and Dell, Fortinet, you have to go through another vendor to do that. This number actually is with the new vendor that we are utilizing, Weaver Technologies. It actually is quite a bit cheaper than what we would went through before.
Okay.
Did Steve review this one for you?
No, this is just a standard software renewal. It's
But it's a 3 year contract, so we have to make sure the appropriate language is in there so that the court can,
it's just equipment renewal. It's firmware upgrades and regular stuff.
They approved it today, and conditioned on our
Yeah.
review, and so let us have a look at it, because I understand what you're saying, but if there's not some non-appropriations language in there, then
Yeah.
it doesn't protect the county in the way we want it to. So just, let us have a look.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'll make the motion to authorize county judge to sign the Fortinet software support renewal for a 3-year renewal, but this is based on conditions of legal review,
Yes, sir. That works.
Okay.
saving us money.
I'll second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Those in favor, raise your hand. Unanimous.
Thank you.
Approval agenda. 2.1, budget amendments.
Budget adjustments. You have 21 budget adjustments. The majority of them are line item transfers. You have 2 or 3 in here just that are related to the flood and trying to get more money into the places that are needing it to cover those expenses. We also have one where there's new revenue because of insurance proceeds for a vehicle repair.
I move for approval.
Second.
Got a motion and a second to approve the budget amendments as presented. Any discussion? Those in favor, raise your hand. Unanimous. 2.2, pay bills.
Yes, invoices for today's consideration, $1,458,894.85.
Motion approved.
The second.
Got a motion and a second to approve the bills as presented. Any discussion? Those in favor, raise your hand. Unanimous. 2.3, late bills.
Yes, invoices for late bills today amounted to $11,211.52.
Move for approval.
Second.
Got a motion and a second to approve the late bills as presented. Any discussion? Those in favor, raise your hand. Unanimous. 2.4, auditor reports.
Yes, just a couple items, just an FYI, the SAM registration, which is the system for award management, we have to apply every year or have it renewed every year so we can go out for grants. That has been done. The second thing is we performed audits for the Justice of the Peace Precinct 1 and for Animal Control Services, and we're asking that you accept the reports.
I'll move that we approve the audit reports as presented.
Second.
A second. Any discussion? Those in favor, raise your hand. Unanimous. 2.5, accept monthly reports.
Okay, for May, June, July 2025 monthly report, Veteran Services Office, Director Jenna Sanchez, April through June of 2025 quarterly report, Veteran Service Office, Director Jenna Sanchez, June 2025 payroll report, County Treasurer Tracy Sullivan, July 2025 Auditor's Office, County Auditor Tanya Shelton, Environmental Health and Animal Services, Director Reagan Gibbons, County Treasurer's Office, County Treasurer Tracy Sullivan. I move for approval.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to accept the monthly reports as presented. Any discussion? Those in favor, raise your hand. Unanimous. 2.6, court orders. I have reviewed court orders number 41423 through 41447, and they appear to be in order. I move that they be approved.
Second.
We've got a motion and a second. Any discussion? Those in favor, raise your hand. Unanimous. Okay. Moving on to status reports from department heads. No department heads? Status reports from elected officials? No? You do? Okay.
I was asked at one of the last budget hearings about number of volunteer hours and donations and what that looked like for our cost share. So I have it broken down for you on that page that I just gave to you. This is calculated by TDM through July 28th. It's still very early. They haven't confirmed all of these numbers. But as far as donations go, in-kind goods are approximately valued at $30,550, and in-kind services are approximately $476,075, totaling $506,625. There's some unclaimed numbers in there too. In TCR, and the Salvation Army is still calculating their donations, so that number will change. Meals total reported served are $568,731. The soft cost value is $5 per meal, so that's 2.8 million. Mercy Chef's numbers are not included in those figures, but the last report I received from them was 7,536 cumulative hours of volunteer time and 101,244 cumulative meals served, and they're still operating. So that figure will also go up or change. Volunteers registered in TCR since the beginning is 18,258. Total work orders completed, 6,988 work orders. Total hours entered into TCR is 130,444. And so they broke out Kerr County from City of Kerrville, which is that first number you have there, 68,327 hours, and they average they say $32 per hour, which means almost $2.2 million in value for our cost match. So with those preliminary numbers, the estimate of our cost share looks to be approximately $5.5 million. And then I also have some invoices that have been submitted for in-kind services for engineering and some cleanup, and that was just under $213,000, which would also go towards our cost share. I also have a report. I just received an email this morning from the Kerr EDC, and this is You don't have that, because I just got this morning. But this is situation reports from the long-term recovery group and the volunteer organizations that are reporting. So clients and households served from all of these partners, 13,972. And you just need to recognize some of those might overlap, so they might be serving the same people. Volunteers deployed over 180. Volunteer hours contributed 33,540. Common themes identified: housing and rebuilding support, so temporary housing, major home repairs, and rebuild projects. Basic needs and financial assistance, distribution of gift cards, food, clothing, hygiene supplies, and gas vouchers has been a critical component of immediate relief. Several partners also noted ongoing support for lost wages, utilities, and emergency expenses. Mental and emotional and spiritual care, faith-based partners are offering counseling, grief support groups, and pastoral care. And that is being emphasized alongside housing and financial needs to go along with the mental health that you said, Judge. Volunteer mobilization, partners are coordinating volunteer teams. They have been for muck and gut, home repairs, and donation management. And then collaboration and partnerships. Many partners are working closely with churches and other nonprofits and the long-term recovery group to coordinate resources. And a consistent theme they've been finding with the community is just trusting local organizations acting as connectors for the national VOADs.
Excellent report.
Good.
Yeah, great.
Thank you.
Just question, Tracy, what is the unclaimed donations in TCR? I mean, like,
Those are donations reported, but I probably can't really answer that question. I think just not being verified.
I guess, I mean, how likely are,
You've got
is
a
that
lot of,
amount
you've got a
gonna
lot of stuff out,
materialize?
you've got a lot of stuff out there that can be claimed as donations, but nobody's able to verify who they were made to.
Yeah. Made to or made
Is that,
by?
isn't that about
Yeah.
correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we can't really claim it ourselves.
But so it's probably gonna be a good year before we have a real number on that, and it's because of trying to verify that those items were actually donated. And so along those lines, I'll give you a quick warehouse update as well. We do have one functioning warehouse that, I would really like to get rid of and taken off my plate. But Tatum has been supplying everything out there for us, and they will probably be deploying all of that equipment later this week. So we have secured an IT company that came in. I met them yesterday, and they installed a laptop, a printer, and a hotspot so that the warehouse can still function. And I just secured this morning a company that will provide a box truck and a driver 2 times per week to continue to get donations out to the organizations that need them. And I'm waiting, I have a request in from 2 HEB. I received an email today that they would get back to me to advise if they can help in providing equipment for the warehouse, such as forklifts, pallet jacks, and hand trucks, all of which we currently have, but they are gonna go away later this week.
Okay, thank you. 3.3, staff's reports and liaisons.
Looking forward to Wednesday's meeting with UGRA. They're gone, so. But that's gonna be a very interesting meeting. But all my liaisons are doing great work. The folks I work with, they're doing phenomenal work across the county.
Believe it or not, I don't have anything else to report.
Okay.
Animal Control Center keeps going up. If you have not had a chance, do recommend you drive by and see that. It's gone vertical. Now we're just choosing colors, which is a good place to be as things continue on for that build, which, as you know, is rolled to the right a little bit to January to be finished by November, so. That's it.
All I got is, y'all know we'll be interviewing for extension agent tomorrow.
Afternoon.
That's it.
What I would report is DPS wants to go ahead and close the checkpoint on 39 and open it up.
I think this must be part of that.
And So-
I'm good with that.
Well, it's time.
Right.
We just have to do it.
The only caveat to that is, we straightened it up with the contractors as far as, we had reported a truck going across, but there was also like a dump truck of somebody's that went across that bridge. And DPS was able to kind of watch that. So, we still could have some problems in that regard.
And other than that, I'm going to be in Austin at the legislative update. And I'm doing a juvenile hearing and a juvenile board meeting by Zoom. So keep all that stuff going. And I'm not going to be able to be here for the workshop on Thursday. I'll be in Austin. Just so everybody knows. Okay, anything else? Being nothing else, we are adjourned.
Executive session?
Executive.
Oh.
Too bad.
Hey, you already hit the gavel.
Okay. We're back in order. Item 4.1, which is an executive closed session. This is a
Here, was there something on the sewer project that she was gonna do?